living in one of the most sexually liberated periods of human history. There's arguably never been a time of greater public acceptance, celebration, and defense of an individual's sexuality and sexual expression. Culture currently places such high value on sex and sexuality that at times we question if our lives are really complete without it. But is there more to life than sex? Does sleeping with someone actually have the power to alter one's personal worth? That depends on your view of what it means to be a human being. Christianity claims that every human being is intrinsically valuable because we are all created in the image of God. This means that our worth will never be dictated by our sexual performance, personal experience, or public opinion. We were created for relationship with God. That means God's love for us is the reason we exist and declares us eternally valuable. Because every human being is of such high value to God, the Bible says some pretty challenging things about all relationships, not just romantic ones. Jesus says that those who are unwilling to leave their fathers, mothers, spouses, or siblings can't be called his followers. Paul tells wives to submit to their husbands and calls husbands to lay down their very lives to show love to their wives. He also goes on to say that our bodies are not our own, so we can't simply hook up with whomever we please. The point is, God has a lot to say about relationships, and he says a lot of things that seem crazy to our culture today. He uses strong words, so it is not surprising that the Bible elicits strong responses from most people when they encounter them. However, have you ever stopped to wonder why we react so strongly to rules about relationships? I think it's because we know the importance of relationships in our lives. We all want to find our meaning, purpose, and identity, and the main way we think we discover these things is through relationships with others. So when we are given parameters for sexual relationships, it's easy to respond negatively as though God's boundaries are anti-pleasure or satisfaction. This reaction shows that most of us have bought into the worldview that says we will only truly be satisfied if we are completely free to decide for ourselves how to define and pursue love on our own terms according to our own individual needs and wants. In theory, total sexual freedom should lead us all to a fairy tale ending, but we all know too well how far that is from reality. For love to really be strong and lasting, perhaps it must be founded on something greater than sex. Perhaps our ultimate satisfaction comes from someone greater. Sexual urges, preferences, and partners may change, but our acceptance of others and ourselves doesn't have to when our human value is eternally secure in God's perfect design and desire for us.